about that?
There we go.
Welcome, Minneapolis junior, seniors, high school fans to Hoisington, Kansas here on January 20th, 2015, as we're here for our 9th annual trip to the Hoisington Winter Jam. Scott, it's been quite an experience here, the ninth season now.
Is this, have we been here for all 9? We came the first year they started, is that right?
They actually ran the tournament for a year or two before.
I was thinking they had.
You and I have been to all 9.
Yeah. And it's been quite an experience. They've got a beautiful facility. We talk about this facility every time, and it is definitely they definitely did it right here. Very nice facility. The boys play first tonight instead of the girls' action. Then the boys actually play first tonight here at the Cardinal Winter Jam here in Hoisington, Kansas. Tonight we're joined by Coach Dale Henderson, and he is with us tonight, and Mike Perry couldn't make the trip, so the three of us will be doing tonight's boys and girls game. A little bit different format, as I said, but the boys going first, followed by the girls. Coach H, good to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Tonight the boys get ready to play the Ellinwood Eagles, the former Central Kansas League foe. Minneapolis number 3 seed versus number 6 seed Hoisington. Hoisington comes into the game with a Ellinwood comes in.
Thank you.
Excuse me, yes. Comes into the game with a
3 and 4, but I don't know.
Actually, they're 4 and 4. They won their last game, but there was 3 and 4 based on seeding. And Minneapolis is now 5 and 4 after the loss to Beloit last Friday night. Ellinwood scores. Boy, I'm really off today. Scores 44 points a game and gives up 50. So they're a minus almost 7 on scoring for the season on average. This is the 19th game of the series. Minneapolis leads at 10-8. The last 4 games have all been here in the Winter Jam tournament, which we've been in since 2007. We have a 3-1 loss record versus 3 wins with 1 loss record versus Ellinwood. Minneapolis has won the last 2. Overall in the tournament, the boys have a 16-8 record in the tournament. They've won 2 firsts, had a 2nd place, 2 third places, and early on they finished 5th and once and a 6th twice. The first 3 years weren't the best for the Lions, but they've recouped since then. Had some fairly good finishes here.
And looking at out at Ellinwood as they warm up a little bit, they've got a couple kids out there, 6'5" and a 6'3" kid. Now they're in warm up. They're jacking threes left and right. But I don't know. Actually, we are too. So I was going to say, so we are too. So
that's the norm. That's how you warm up anymore. You just hit the floor and start shooting threes. And just visiting with a former friend of mine and coach that lives at Ellinwood now, and I think his comment was that in the last couple of years they've kind of lost their athletes. So I don't think he feels like that they're a real strong group of guys right now.
Their leading scorer is the number 4 senior Mark Waite, averaging 13.4 points a game with almost 7 rebounds a game average. Second leading scorer is Caleb Schartz, number 3, a junior. 7. And last, third one is not too far off. Vink, V-I-N-K. First name is
Gavin.
Gavin Vink, a guard, a 5'9" guard. Those are their 3 top guns, scoring-wise.
It's interesting looking at the 6'5" kid. You didn't mention Jeffrey Wortham, 6'5" senior. So
yeah, he's got a 1.5 point average, 2.3 rebounds. So
wow,
he's not a big-time star for him.
Yeah, looking at that, I would have assumed differently. Just looking down there on that. So
height doesn't always mean stuff. takes coordination and muscle.
Minneapolis is the home team. They're in white, and Ellinwood in their traveling blue. So, starting lineups for Caleb Schwartz, a 6-foot junior. For Minneapolis, number 2, a 6-foot senior, Josh Macy. Ellinwood, number 4, Mark Waite, a 6'3" senior. He looks pretty lanky for 6'3". For Minneapolis, a 5'10" junior, Gavin Rothenberger, number 4. Tyson Martinez, a 5'8" sophomore. And for Minneapolis, number 5, a 5'9" junior, Brandon Wolf. Cody Vondra, a 6'1" junior for Ellinwood. And for Minneapolis, number 24, 6'1" junior, Gage Mortimer. And for Ellinwood, number 35, Gavin Vink, a 5'7" senior. So their big kid doesn't even start. So that would explain a lot. So, and for Minneapolis, John Kelly, a 6'3" senior for Minneapolis.
And Minneapolis is the defending champion of the tournament on the guys' side. So let's see if we can get a repeat this year.
Minneapolis, as I said, in their home white, since they're the higher seeded team.
Minneapolis head coach is Alec Hutchins, assisted by Dwayne Weedle and Brad Kaiser.
It's
So
the only time in the tournament that we wear white. The lower in the lower part of the bracket from here on if we keep winning.
So Gavin, number 4, will jump against number 4, Mark Waite. Although Mark at 6'3".
Want to bet who out jumps
I really think we got a pretty good shot at this. We'll see. Tip is up. Well, not very good tip, but it does go to Minneapolis. Ball is not tossed very well. Minneapolis has it to start out. Macy is off the Mortimer, back to Rothenberger, back to Macy as they get it back to Brandon Wolf. Brandon will drive, kick it back out to Macy. Macy to the left-hand side. He'll pull it back around. Ellinwood in a man as Rothenberger drops down, pulls out, gets it back to Macy. Macy kicks back to Wolf, back to Rothenberger, up, and it's good. Nice drive by Gavin as he takes it to the baseline and does a nice little shot down there to get it to finish. Minneapolis up 2-0. Ellinwood with the ball into the hands of Waite. Waite off to the left-hand side. I'll have to get names as we go here.
Steal by Mortimer.
And it's taken back by Ellinwood. Waite takes the three-point shot up, and it's good as he drains one from the outside. He was one that was kind of hitting him as he
during the warm-ups.
Warm-ups. Macy back to Mortimer. Mortimer drives in the lane, up, and it's good. Nice job by Gage Mortimer. Minneapolis picks up a little bit of press here into the hands of Martinez. Martinez to the left-hand side. Gets it back over to Vink. Vink back to Martinez. Martinez guarded by Wolf. Switch off. Minneapolis drops back. In the lane is number 3. Shot is off the mark, but rebounded by, and it's blocked by Kelly and retained by Ellinwood. Wandra had the rebound after the block shot. Gets it down low, shot up and off the glass, and good by number 3, Schwartz. Schwartz back into the hands of Minneapolis, back the other direction, 5-4 Ellinwood. Macy back to Wolf. Wolf back over to Macy. Macy on the left-hand side, looks down low to Kelly. They kick it back out to Wolf, back to Rothenberger. Gavin back to Mortimer as they work it back around to set it up to Macy on the left-hand side. 5:50 left to go here in the first. Minneapolis with the ball, trailing by 1. Macy drives back to Mortimer, picks up his dribble, back to Wolf. As they work the ball around from right to left, they get down low to Kelly. Kelly in the paint, up to Mortimer. Shot is up, and it's good. Nice job by Gage Mortimer in the paint. It's his second bucket of the night in the paint. Martinez back in the hands of Waite. Waite will take the long 3, and it's good. Going to have to get a man in his face. That was That was a quick three.
That was a quick three, and it was deep.
8-6, Minneapolis trails. Back to Mortimer. Mortimer drives up, and he'll be fouled on the floor. Yeah, that was a quick kind of jab step back out and took the shot. Nichols and Johns getting ready to check in for Minneapolis for Macy and Wolf. Minneapolis gets it in to Nichols. Nichols takes it after the tip by Rothenberger. Back to Johns. They set this up. Back to Nichols. 8-6, Minneapolis trails. They'll get it back to David Johns. He'll drive and picked up by Nichols. Back over to Mortimer. Nice defense by Ellinwood at this point, not letting us have anything.
Yeah, they're pretty well packing it in, even though they're playing man, and pretty much keeping us on the outside at this point. Not many cracks.
Had a good opportunity right there, but Ellinwood does get a hand in to get the tip out of bounds. Keeps it in the hands of Minneapolis. They get it down low to David Johns. Shot off the glass and, in and out. And it'll be off of Kelly, Ellinwood basketball. That was a nice pass down low and just too much English on it. Rolls in and out. Minneapolis picks up the press.
Yeah, did a nice job on the flex cut right there and got David the ball on the block, and that was one that he probably could have gotten down.
Ball comes back to the direction. Ellinwood has numbers. Good hustle by Lane Nichols. Almost gets the steal as Ellinwood had broken the press to get it back down the other end. 8-6, Ellinwood with the lead and the ball. Get it back to top. Into the hands of Waite. Waite looks at a three, backs it away, gets it over into the hands of Vink. Vink back to Martinez. Martinez will drive, gets it back to Waite. Waite over in the corner. As he gets it to Vink. Vink will drive the lane up and no good. Rebounded by David Johns. 3:47 left to go in the first. Minneapolis trails by 2. Nichols on the right-hand side. Back to Mortimer down low to Rothenberger. Great pass by Gage Mortimer. Great cut by Rothenberger and a great finish.
Yep, that was a really nice drive by Gage and drew the defender and a really nice dump down, and Gavin was able to finish it off.
We will go ahead. This is just 30-second time. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Yeah. Minneapolis being very patient at this point, Dale, working the ball around, and their defense is kind of forcing us to do that.
Yeah, I think it's a combination. I think our guys are being very patient. But as I also, observed here a short time ago, is, Ellinwood's not really getting out in the passing lanes. They're basically just playing a really soft man at this time, and trying to prevent us, I think, from penetrating. And so you put the two together, and you have a very patient time of the game.
Tied up at 8, Macy checks back in, as well as McKinney for the first time for the Lions. Shogun steps in for Ellinwood. He has the ball on the left-hand side. He'll get it back over to Vink. Vink looks down low. They have nothing. They'll pull it back out. They move it over to Waite. Waite with the ball. Back over to Vink. Vink drives. Nice drive right there, and he will get fouled by David Johns. Now, from an offensive standpoint, he should have taken it all the way in instead of hesitating. He did get fouled, and it will stay on the floor. First foul by David Johns and the Lions. Shogun back over here to Vink. Vink looks down low. High screen set. Gets it back over to Slogan. Back to Vink. They continue working around. He'll drive in, gets it back to Shogun. They have Waite. Now Waite's going to take that shot from the outside, and it's good. That's 3 in a row for him as he hits a deep 3. And that was NBA range.
That was somebody in his face there.
David Johns from the top of the key. It's banks it in.
The bank is open.
The bank is good, and makes it 11-all. So Ellinwood with the ball. They cross the timeline, get it back. Now they trap. had 3 of them trapping them at that point. So,
Yep.
so Minneapolis will get in Brandon Wolf and Gage Mortimer as they check in for McKinney and Rothenberger.
Well, we're going to have to do some switching or making sure we know where Mr. Wade is at, because that's 3 for 3, and they've all been nothing but dead center.
It's been dead on, so. And I do not have a player's name out there. Deep shot by Ellinwood off the mark by number 10, Martinez. It'll come back the other direction, back to Brandon Wolf. Wolf back to Kelly, back to Macy, tied up at 11 here, 155. David drives in and missed the shot. A lot of contact down there. No call. Comes back the other direction. So Ellinwood will set it up here. Just under 140 left to go here in the first quarter. Tied up at 11. Kicks it back out in the hands of Schlogan. Schlogan back over to Martinez. Martinez guarded by Wolf. Martinez drives, gets it back out. They look down low, and a steal by Macy. Great hands by Macy. Takes it all the way down in the lane. No good. And rebounded by Gage Mortimer. And he gets contact down there. No call. Comes back the other direction. Martinez in the lane and rebounded by Kelly. Nice job by John Kelly to trail and get the rebound. Both teams miss an opportunity to score on that.
Both ends were basically point-blank looks and no conversion.
David Johns for 3. Off the mark, rebounded. They're letting them play.
Yes, they are.
Rebounded by Martinez. Brandon Wolf was over the back, no call. He'll go stay with Ellinwood. Martinez with the ball. They look into the paint. They kick it back out. Shot in the lane, up and good.
30 seconds in the quarter.
Still don't know who that gentleman is, number 15. So
PA says something about Fisher, is what I heard.
So Macy with the ball. Lions trail by 2. They get it down low to Kelly in the paint. Shot in the paint, up and good. Nice job by Kelly. Nice little spin move in there. Goes away from the defense, Coach.
Yep, that was a good spin away.
Schlogan with the ball. Back over to Fisher, we believe. They get a shot off, but it's no good. At the end of the first quarter, it's tied up at 13 here at the Cardinal Winter Jam as the Minneapolis Lions and the Ellinwood Eagles tied up at 13. We'll be right back.
Stop into Jean's IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jean's IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go.
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas. Dale Henderson, Dale Leach, myself, Scott Osherman, as the Minneapolis Lions knotted up at 13 at the end of the first quarter, Coach.
Yeah, very balanced game. Like I said, we've been very patient with our offense, and I think converted very well. There was a couple opportunities we probably had that we'd like to have scored on. Obviously, on the Ellinwood end, Mr. Waite with 3 threes is a major factor.
Ball into the hands.
But at this point, a very evenly contested contest.
Minneapolis showing a little trap on the defense right there. Nice job of switching off there with Mortimer and Wolf. Fisher with the ball. He looks down low, gets it down into the hands of Waite. He's doubled, back to Fisher. A little bit of mismatch right there, but Brandon Wolf holding his own against the bigger guy.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to look for that mismatch because Waite is obviously a lot bigger than Brandon and had him down on the block.
Nice defense by the Lions right there as they are doing a nice job of switching off, nice job of trapping. Martinez with the ball. Back over here on the outside, goes into the hands of Vink. Vink gets it back to Fisher. Fisher will drive. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Mortimer. back the other direction. Mortimer back to David Johns, off the glass, no good. And that's going to be a foul on David. That's going to be 2 on him. Couldn't hit the runner on the left-hand side, and then he'll pick up his second personal foul.
Do I notice an offensive switch here for Ellinwood that Waite seems to be playing on the low block now compared to outside?
Well, I think what it's looking to me like is that they're looking for mismatches. They're setting that high ball screen, and if we switch that and our smaller guys switch off on him, they're automatically going to the
Great
block.
job by Lane Nichols with some tremendous defensing, ball hawking defense on Martinez. Had just dang near came away with the steal right there. Stepped on the out of bounds side, but nice job by Nichols. Nichols guarding Martinez tightly there. They go down low to Waite. Nice pass in the paint, up no good, rebounded by Rothenberger, back to Macy. Macy back the other direction. Kicks it back out to Nichols. Nichols will take the 3 off the mark and rebounded by Ellinwood back the other direction. Martinez with the ball. Nice job by Lane Nichols, coach. He's doing a great job on the defensive side right now.
Yeah, Lane's a definite asset to our defense. He's just one of those little bulldogs.
Another shot missed by Ellinwood, another rebound by Minneapolis. This time Macy. Macy comes back the other direction. Gets it back to Rothenberger, back to Brandon Wolf. He looks down low, back to Nichols, back to Macy. Macy back to Mortimer as they work the ball around. 13 all, still no score here in the second quarter. They get it down low to Mortimer. Mortimer back out to Nichols, back to Wolf. Get it down low and tipped out of bounds off of Ellinwood. Will stay with Minneapolis as the Lions get ready to get Kelly in, and Ellinwood is going to send in number 5, Nathan Monday, a freshman, and I think number 23, Sjogren. They get it into Wolf. Wolf, and it almost has a steal. Nice job by Minneapolis to keep it alive. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. Almost lost it right there.
Yeah, we were a little shaky on that possession. Just a lot of kind of nervous passes, and Ellinwood got a lot of hands on there.
Brandon Wolf with the ball. Back to Nichols. Nichols works left to right. Back to Kelly. Kelly at the top. Back to Brandon Wolf. To Mortimer. Mortimer back to Nichols. Shot in the lane. Up and no good. But Kelly with the rebound. He can't get it, but Gage Mortimer's right there to put it in. Nice job by Gage to seal it off and get position. Minneapolis is going to call a full timeout to talk about this. We've got the lead 15-13 here at the Cardinal Winter Jam. We'll take a real quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to SlottingPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Lions.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High.
Welcome back to Houston, Kansas. Cardinal Winter Jam as the Lions with the lead. Ellinwood has the ball. 5:08 left to go here in the second quarter. 15-13 Lions with the lead. I noticed that they're in a new league here. There's a bunch of teams on that list up there that wasn't here last year. I think that's a newly formed league, the CKL. I think it's what's called.
Well, their inclusion in it is new.
They were included in it. Okay. I'm glad that you know more than I do, Dale. Of course, it doesn't take much.
They were trying to get into the NCAA.
Ball is tipped out of bounds off of Mortimer. Good defense on Waite there. Mortimer with the defense. Ellinwood will inbounds the ball in front of the Minneapolis bench. Yeah, I knew they tried to get into Minneapolis. Glad that did not happen. Waite with the ball as he'll drive and picks up his dribble. Get it into the freshman in the paint, no good, but he's going to be fouled by Gavin Rothenberger.
I think the state organization placed them in this league.
There's a bunch of teams in that league.
TMP was the other one. They got placed in the conference at Smith Center and Phillipsburg.
Waite with the shot from the free throw line. It is
Man,
money. He is dead on. That's from the corner of the free throw line.
That was just a 2, though.
Yeah.
11 of their 15 points, I believe, is
yes,
his.
that is correct. He has 11 of their 15.
And there is a foul. Nice job by Gavin Rothenberger to hold his own. And not sure if the freshman threw him to the ground or if it was Martinez. We'll see here in just a second. It looks like it was Martinez as he pushed off his first personal. Checking in for Ellinwood is number 35, Gavin Vink.
Well, right now, both offenses are having a hard time finding
great
looks.
move
great.
by Gavin Rothenberger as he did a great job in the paint, elevated so quickly to get that in off the glass. Gavin with having a nice game so far. Back up by 2 is the Lions. Vink will drive, kicks it back out. 3-point shot up, and this time he rolls it in. Wow. Waite with another 3. That's 4. This time he had to roll it in. Brandon Wolf in the paint. Nice pass down low to Gavin Rothenberger. Brandon Wolf with a great bounce pass right there. And Ellenwood's going to call a timeout to talk about it. But nice pass by Brandon Wolf to hit Gavin cutting to the hole.
Yeah, that was a really nice look. Kind of looked right underneath the defender, and just a really nice backside bounce pass. You know, that's something that Brandon has. He had a couple really nice assists, I thought, in the Beloit game that, you know, where he saw people through cracks that most people don't see and got the ball through, and that was another one there. That was a really nice assist.
Well, Waite has 14 points now, right?
That is correct.
13.4 average. Coming into the game, he had hit 6 of 26 3-pointers.
Oh, you're kidding. 6 of 26, and he's got 4 tonight,
Looks
4
like
for
he's-
4.
Looks like he's made a million of them to me.
Finding his stroke tonight against us. My goodness.
And fortunately, we haven't had him shoot free throws yet. He's an 81% free throw shooter.
Well, the stroke he's had is
Man.
I'm trying to figure out how he's 6 for 26 based on the stroke he's had tonight. But
Yeah, that's what the Max
'cause the
Prep
first
says.
3 were dead center. The last one was well contested, and it kind of bounced around a little, but
Well, maybe he just likes the bigger gym.
that could be.
You know, likes the big open gym.
Maybe
that
it's
you have
maybe playing in sunlight.
to- yeah, it might be. It might be.
We are in the Sunshine League today.
Monday with the ball to inbounds, gets it to Vink. Vink will be guarded by Nichols to bring it down. Vink crosses the timeline, gets it back over to Waite. Waite guarded by Mortimer. Back over here on the outside goes to Sjogren. Sjogren gets it back to Vink. Vink, high screen set. Vink
he carried the
drives in. That's going to be they call a charge or a block?
They got a block, I do believe. Or do they? Nope.
Charge, okay. I was going to say, I thought he was standing there an awfully long time, and he started to call the block, and I thought, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So
Well, defensively, it's pretty obvious. We've put Gage on Mr. Waite, and I think told him to make sure he knows who you are before the game is over, because Gage did not leave his side that last possession.
want to know what kind of bubble gum he's chewing. So back in the hands of Macy. Macy will drive, looking for his first points of the night, I believe, and he does not get it there. He'll get fouled. Vink's second personal. He gets 2 back-to-back as he will come out as Martinez checks in. 5 fouls to 3. Ellenwood winning that category. Minneapolis up by 1, 19-18, 3:20. They get it into Kelly. Kelly back to Mortimer. Mortimer down low to Macy. Macy in the paint. He's blocked, but Kelly right there and gets it in. Nice job, John Kelly, as he gets the backside rebound and puts it in. Minneapolis up by 3. Martinez now guarded by Nichols. Picks up his dribble, gets it back over to Sjogren. Sjogren now 3-point shot up, and it's good. Wow. He is on fire. 5 3-pointers for that young man.
Gage had him covered as well as you possibly can cover somebody, and that was still down the bottom.
Wow. 21 all here. Nichols with the ball. Gets it back to Macy. Macy looks down low to Kelly. Kelly in the paint. Gets it back to Nichols. Shot is off the glass, no good. But Kelly with another rebound. He'll put it up. Can't get it, but Rothenberger with the follow, and he gets it and is fouled. Nice job by Gavin Rothenberger to get the follow and put it in. Minneapolis fighting hard on the boards, and that's what's keeping us in this right now.
Right now, that's 3 buckets. So I think 3 of our last buckets have all been scored on offensive rebounding. And 2 of those times, they were actually 2 of them before we finally got them down, but the guys were fighting hard on the board and are being rewarded.
At the line for the and one is Rothenberger. Shot is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Waite. And nice hustle there by Mortimer. Goes to the ground and still gets back up. Nice job by Mortimer. Back in the hands of Fisher. Back over here to the outside goes to Martinez. Martinez picked up by Kelly. And there's a foul on Waite, as Waite has a moving screen. That'll be the next time. That was the 17 foul, so next time we will be on the 1-on-1.
They actually called it on Fisher.
Oh, they called on Fisher? Okay.
Yes.
So, oh, darn it. Macy with the ball. Back to Rothenberger, back to Wolf. Down low to Macy. And there's a foul on Martinez, and that will put Macy to the line. To shoot 2. Ellinwood coach still arguing the call down here. Macy at the line to try to increase on the lead. And it's off the mark. 23-21, minute 52 left to go here in the first half. Biggest lead for either squad, I think, has been 2 points. May have been 3 at one point.
Yeah, we had 3.
Second shot is up, and it's good. And so you're right, we did have 3, and they answered with the 3. Ellinwood with the ball. We're up by 3, 151. Waite with the ball, picked up by Mortimer. Good job by Mortimer on the defensive side. They get him trapped with it, picks up his dribble. They get it over to Martinez. Martinez picks up his dribble, gets it back. Good job by Macy with the defense. And he puts it off the glass and good with the steal and the finish. Coach, that's great defense by the Lions.
Great defense that time. Great pressure and created the long pass, and Josh did a real nice job of getting a hand in and getting the steal.
And there's a blocking foul called on Macy. Good thing because wide open was Fisher down low. His first personal.
Team's 4th. Ellinwood with 8 fouls.
Martinez to inbounds. They get it up top to Fisher. Fisher, he comes down with it. Nope. And picked up by, that's going to be a tie-up. Fisher works hard to get a hold of that. Minneapolis clearly had it and then let it slip out of their hands. Fisher ties it up. Possession goes to Lions. But Minneapolis has the ball. 1:08 left to go. 26-21. Macy to bring it down to set it up. Getting in Kelly. Kelly back to Macy. Macy was open out there. Pulls it back down. Gets it back to Mortimer. Back to Wolf. Down low to Kelly. Kelly back out to Macy. Nice work down low. Back to Wolf with an open 3. He'll take the shot. Wow, nice shot, Brandon Wolf. Hesitated for a second, let the defense go by him, and still took it.
Yep, great ball fake. Got the defender in the air, and great patience to let him go by and put the 3 ball in.
Minneapolis up 29-21. 28 seconds left here. Schrogen with the ball. Back to Martinez, back to Fisher. Fisher back on the outside as they work the ball. Macy now at the task on Waite. 3-point shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Rothenberg. Back out to Wolf, we have 8 seconds left. Brandon Wolf to set this one up. 5 seconds. Wolf back to 3-point up, and it bounces, but rebound is up by Kelly. Can't get it to fall. Nice job by John Kelly. Wolf took the 3-pointer. It rattled in and out, and Kelly was there to pick it up, but rushed it to get it up because there's very little time, and it just couldn't fall. 29-21 at the end of the first half. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions. They're in the second quarter, last half of the second quarter.
Last half, the first 4 minutes, the very little scoring by either team. The Lions did a nice job that last half of putting together a really good offensive spurt.
So 29-21 is the score at the half. We will go ahead and take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. Then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back.
School line.
In that first half. Rebounding-wise, the Lions have pulled down 14. A lot of those offensive. Gavin and John both collected a lot of their rebounds on the offensive end. So the Lions were leading that battle 14-6 at halftime. John leads the way with 6 of those. Very few turnovers by either team. The Lions only have 1, according to my record, at halftime, unless I fell asleep. And Ellinwood only has 5. The referees have basically let them play. There's been very few free throws shot. The Lions are 1 for 3, and Ellinwood has not even attempted a free throw in the contest.
Well, it's been Mark Waite, 6'3" senior, and Dale said at the beginning or at the middle of the game he'd only hit 6 of 22 for the year, but he's got 5 more tonight, and that's just in the first half, and that's got to be pushing. That's got to be, I would assume, pushing a record. Perhaps, probably not.
Unless my memory is incorrect, he is 5 for 5. I don't think he's missed from the 3-point line.
Whoops. Sorry, we didn't want you to talk, Dale.
It has to make me wonder if the stats that are on Max Prep here are correct.
Or how many games are into it or something.
Well, it says 8 games.
But yeah, it's been one heck of a performance by the Wake kid. Now, Minneapolis did make some adjustments. Mortimer really got, matter of fact, Mortimer had a hand in his face when he took one of those threes.
Well, actually 2 of them. In fact, there was one where I'm guessing that probably Ellinwood would have probably liked a foul called because Gage was maybe more than all over him.
I was looking for the foul.
On that shot. I figured there would be a foul called on that. That one, Gage was right there, and it's to the point where Coach Hutchins is either assigned to Gage or Josh to basically, they're not providing much help on the other guys. They are basically staying with him every step he takes because we just cannot afford to let him open at this the way he is shooting the ball today.
Yeah, he unless he kind of does and cools down, kind of like the gal from Beloit the other night, but he's had one heck of a first half of basketball. 29-21 is your score at the half. As Minneapolis and Ellinwood will get ready for second half action. I was very impressed with our boys in the paint.
Yes, we did. Like I said, we did a nice job of getting the ball on the board. And we've also been very patient trying to get the ball inside, and we've had some really nice interior passing that's led to a couple of easy buckets.
Oh, listen. So they just said Kennedy Allison hit 11 out of 15 free throws in the free throw shooting contest. That's something that's tradition here that they do. So Ellinwood starts it out and looks like pretty much the same starting lineup. Minneapolis looks the same as Ellinwood has the ball to start the second half into the hands of number 3, and that is Schwartz. And it's blocked by Kelly. Back to Macy. Back to Brandon Wolf. Wolf pulls it back out to Macy. Macy gets it back over to Wolf. So they work the ball around. Mortimer here on the left-hand side. Back to Brandon Wolf. Back to Macy. Back to Kelly at the top of the key. She picks it up, gets it down low, and that's going to be off of Minneapolis Ellinwood basketball.
Yeah, that was Brandon tried to do a little too much with that one, and there was just really no place for him to pass that in there.
Martinez with the ball, crosses the timeline. And shot is up, and it's no good, but rebounded by Ellinwood and saved by Minneapolis. Nice hustle by Rothenberger. Back the other direction, and that's the first miss I remember seeing by Waite.
That's his first one that I remember.
Kelly in the paint, can't get it, gets his own rebound, and it's good. Nice job, John Kelly. Way to fight John as he gets down low and gets his own rebound and puts it in, and he gets fouled. Wow, good hustle by John Kelly.
Yeah, John really did a nice job of staying with that one and just used his strength to get that one back up and in.
Second foul on Wandera for Hoisington. Shot is up and good by Kelly.
32-21, Minneapolis.
Ellinwood with the ball as they bring it down across the timeline in the hands of Vink. Vink and blocked by Kelly, but saved by Vink. And good hustle by Vink over there. Was going out of bounds, and he threw it off of Rothenberger's legs, but Kelly with another block.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row.
This time, I believe, it was on Waite. Martinez gets it into Vink. Vink will take the three. Off the mark, rebounded by Kelly. Kelly back out to Wolf. Wolf will bring it down the right-hand side to set it up. Gets it back to Kelly, back to Macy. Macy back to Mortimer. Down low to Kelly. And the Mortimer in the paint. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Martinez of Ellinwood. Martinez brings it down. 32-21 Lions with the lead. Vink with the ball on the top. Picked up by Kelly. He drives in, gets it back. Shot is up and good by Schwartz. Caleb Schwartz. I'm not pronouncing that right. Schartz. Brandon Wolf with the ball, back to Macy. 32-23, a 9-point lead for the Lions. Mortimer with the ball on the left-hand side. Macy, back to Wolf, back to Mortimer, into Kelly, in the paint, up and good. Nice job by Mortimer to find Kelly. Great position by John Kelly down there. Sealed him off nicely.
Yep. Lions did a really nice job of getting the ball reversed that time, and like I said, John did a nice job of sealing his man, and that was really uneasy too. Steal
by Macy, back the other direction, back to Kelly, up and it's good. Nice job by Kelly. Great job by Macy to see the defense coming, had a trailer, and just threw it behind, bounce pass back behind him to Kelly. Nice unselfish move by Macy. Great defense by the Lions. Waite with the ball, gets it back over to Martinez. Minneapolis in a man. Vink with the ball at the top. Switch off. Rothenberger back to Martinez down low. Good job. Oh, and another block by Kelly, but then a foul on Minneapolis. But great block by Kelly.
Yep, that's 3 in a row now, John. Really asserting himself in the lane right now.
David Johns, as well as checking in for Minneapolis, is McKinney also. Fisher checks in for Ellinwood. They get it in the hands of Waite. Waite down low, back to Martinez. Back to Vink for three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Kelly. Kelly up to Macy. Back the other direction it goes. Macy back to David Johns. Johns back over to Macy. Back to Kelly. Back to Wolf. Back to David Johns. Back to Macy. Minneapolis has done a really nice job of being patient, Dale, and waiting to see what develops, and it's worked out nice. They've had some nice open looks, mainly in the paint. This time Macy drives in. Kelly with the rebound. Can't hold on to it. Fisher back the other direction. Fisher off the glass, no good, and rebounded by Johns. Back out to Macy. Macy's off the glass, can't get it, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. Oh, off of Minneapolis. So checking in will be Nichols for Wolf. 36-23, Lions up by 13. 4 minutes left here in the third. Shugren checks in for Ellinwood. Vink with the ball. It's guarded by Nichols. Gets it back to Shugren. Shugren picks up his dribble. Great hands by Macy. Another steal. Gets it up to McKinney. McKinney in the paint. Up and it's good. Nice job, Chase McKinney. Great job by the Lions. Macy with great hands.
Great
there.
hands.
And then the presence of mind to hit it down to McKinney. McKinney with a nice finish. Minneapolis increases the lead 38-23. Ellinwood calls the timeout to talk about it. And Dale, comments. We'll let you.
Wow, we've outscored them 9-2 here in the first 5 minutes. That's pretty good. 15-point advantage for the Lions, 38-23.
It's been defensive blocks, 3 blocks by Kelly, a couple steals by Macy, and some nice play in the paint. We've really not we don't keep a shot chart, but we've really not taken any outside shots.
No, everything that we're scoring has been inside. Other than Brandon's three-pointer, I don't think we've made any.
And John's. Yeah,
right.
they both have.
Everything I think has been in the paint.
Yep, I think you're right.
Ball
comes back.
I was about ready to comment. The officials are really letting a lot of physical play go on. I mean, it's not a necessarily real physical game, but a lot of hand checking and arm barring both ways that they're kind of letting go. And
they are really letting them play. That's not a ticky-tack game. It's kind of nice.
I think Josh Macy might disagree with you there on that one.
Well, I think Josh probably deserved that.
I think he did too.
But there's been an awful lot of arm barring and hand checking going on.
David Johns just picks up another foul down low, trying to hold on to Waite, his third personal. Macy had a foul, so 3 fouls for us here in a matter of seconds. They get a ball in to Shogren. Shogren back out to Waite, picked up by Nichols. Gets it back out to Fisher. Fisher down low. Great hands. Another near steal, and it should be a turnover. Great job by Josh Macy. Nice elevation by Josh to get up in the air on the pass and to tip that away. Full court press picked up by Ellinwood. Macy gets it across to McKinney. McKinney up to David Johns. Down low to Kelly in the paint. Kelly in trouble, back out to David Johns. Pulls it back out to set it up. Macy looks down low to McKinney. McKinney back to David Johns, open 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Ellinwood.
Real good ball move at that time, though, by the guys. Got the ball inside and drew the defender and really got David a nice look.
Ellinwood with the ball, 38-23, 2:33 left. Fisher drives all the way in, can't get it, but he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nice little drive by Fisher. I believe he's a sophomore. Tate Fisher with a nice little drive. Pretty athletic sophomore. Puts it right in.
First free throw opportunities of the game for Ellinwood, is that right?
That is correct.
And the first one is off the mark. First foul on McKinney. 4th team foul. Checking in is Rothenberger, Brandon Wolf, and Nichols. So. Well, no, Nichols already in. I was going to say, the second free throw is good. Also checking in for Minneapolis is Mortimer, as he'll check in for David Johns. 38-24, Minneapolis with the ball. 4-court press picked up by Ellinwood. Nichols gets it back to Wolf. So they get it across. Back to Rothenberger. Mortimer on the left-hand side. Gets it back to Nichols as they move it around. 2:13 left to go here in the third quarter. Nichols with the ball at the top. Back to Wolf.
Ellinwood has switched into a 2-3 zone.
And a steal by Ellinwood. And there's going to be a blocking foul on Brandon Wolf. And Macy's going to come right back in. So. at the line will be Vink. Brandon Wolf's first foul, 5th team foul. Well, we talked too soon about not very many fouls, or shouldn't say not too many fouls. Free throws up and good by Vink. As a cleanly called game, now that was definitely a foul.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely
I was
a foul.
going to say the fouls have been called are legit.
Yeah. Macy checks in for Nichols.
2 minutes to go in the third. The Lions are up 38-25.
Second free throw is up, and it is off the mark and rebounded by off McKinney's hands, out of bounds. It will stay with Ellinwood.
McKinney and Rothenberger had kind of a little tussle for it there, I think.
And there's going to be a foul down low. That must be on Minneapolis. Nope. Macy.
His third.
I was looking at the scorebook and didn't see what happened there, but Josh and Gage both came out of that one
on the ground.
On the ground.
Yeah.
6th team foul on the Lions.
Wade with the three-point shot. Number 6 for him.
Wade left him wide open.
Wow. David Johns, they cross the timeline. Back to Brandon Wolf. Minute 44, 38-28. We were up by 15. Ellinwood with the last 5 points. Shot off the glass and good by Mortimer. Great job by Gage off the glass.
Such nice body control. Just nice drive and hung in the air.
And another foul on Minneapolis.
Yeah, we are definitely getting foul happy.
Johns, I think, this time.
And that's going to be 4 on David if that is the case.
Yes, that is David's 4th.
And checking in for Minneapolis for the first time will be number 31. I think this is the first time maybe we have seen him this year, and that is Mikey Baker. Shot is up and good. First shot is up and good by Ellinwood. Second one is up, and it's good as well. As Ellinwood, the freshman, I believe, yep, Nathan Monday hits them both. Cross court goes to Brandon Wolf. Wolf back to Mikey Baker. Back out to Wolf. Back out to Mortimer. They get it into McKinney. Nice pass down low. Great finish by Rothenberger. Great pass by McKinney, though.
Great pass.
Threaded that
Great
needle.
pass by McKinney.
There's an arm bar by Vink. Shot up and good by Monday. Back the other direction. 42-30. Minneapolis 42-32. Wolf breaks the press. And it'll be off of Ellinwood, Minneapolis basketball. 43 seconds left, 10-point lead for the Lions. Mortimer to inbounds. Getting into Brandon Wolf for 3, up and good. Nice job by Brandon Wolf. Nice 3 from the right-hand side. The lefty strokes it in nicely. Another pass down low and up and good. As they collapse, and they're doing a better job down underneath the bucket this time. Ball is up, pass is up and good by number 3. Shot is up and good by Schwartz. Mortimer. Back to Wolf. 15 seconds left. 45-34, 11-point lead. Wolf to try to set this up for the Lions. Gets it back to Mortimer. 3 seconds. Back to Wolf for 3. Can't get it to fall. Nice look, though. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. So at the end of 3 quarters, Minneapolis has an 11-point lead, 45-34. And we were up by 8 at the end.
8 at the half.
So we'll be back. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back.
Stop into Jeans IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go.
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas, the Cardinal Winter Jam. And first three quarters, I've liked what Minneapolis has done on the offensive side. They kind of slacked off a little bit towards the end on the defensive side right there, but the offensive side have been very impressed at their patience and working that ball around, looking for the open shot.
Yeah, great ball movement and just, great looks. And as you said, our defense the last about 2 minutes of that quarter got pretty lax. They got two identical, drive and dish buckets, and we totally fell asleep on an out-of-bounds play and left Mr. Wade open for a wide-open three. So, but the guys have played with a lot of poise today, I think.
Mortimer down low to Rothenberger, and it's going to be a foul down low, and it'll be Minneapolis basketball. We'll see who the foul is on. Only the second foul on Ellinwood, and that is on Waite. I think just his second foul. Mortimer to inbounds, gets it into Macy in the paint. Up, can't get it to fall. Great tip out by Kelly, back out to Rothenberger. Rothenberger down low, back out to Macy. Macy on the right-hand side. Oh, and another near steal, and it is turned over. Back in the hands goes to Ellinwood. Schwartz with the ball on the top, picked up by Kelly. Gets it back out to Monday. Great job by Kelly. Nice job by John Kelly to hit the floor on that, Coach. That is awesome.
Great defensive effort. Switched out on the guard and just did a really nice job of containing him and getting the tie-up.
Ellinwood retains possession with the tie-up. It'll be into the hands of Vink at the top, picked up by Nichols. Back over here to I keep pronouncing his name wrong, so I got to look at Sharts. Fisher with the ball. Fisher back in the hands to Sharts on the outside. I cannot get that name right. I should just give up. Back to Vink. Vink picked up by Nichols. Another arm bar, no call. Back goes to Monday. Monday back to Shorts. Back to Fisher. A lot of work down low on Vink in the paint, up no good, and rebounded by Waite, no good, and Macy. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll be Minneapolis basketball. Waite can go inside, he can go outside.
He was way too close there, though.
Yeah, for his range, you're right.
Not too good on those 5-footers, but.
Checking in for Nichols is Brandon Wolf. I would say our bench play has been a big asset as far as minutes go for us tonight. Rothenberger breaks the press nicely there. It's a back out to Mortimer, back to Macy. Back to Wolf. Back to Macy. As Ellinwood in the zone here. Wolf back to Macy. And they've had some swats in that zone a little bit there.
Yes, they have. They've done a nice job switching into that.
Three-point shot up, no good by Wolf. Had a good look, was wide open, couldn't get it to fall. Waite with the ball, drives all the way in and blocked by Kelly, but they're going to have a foul on Mortimer, and that's going to send him to the line. We'll see his 80-some% free throw shooting right now. Dale, Leach.
Yeah, 81% was the stat.
Checking in is Martinez for Fisher for Ellinwood. 45-34, 5:41 left to go in this ball game. Minneapolis up by 11.
Is this the infamous Dale Leach hex here?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's only Mortimer's first foul, and he's been on Waite a lot tonight. 1-on-1 shot is up and good. Now this is how you do it. When I saw him shoot from that area earlier, he was dead on, and the guy just hardly misses when you're at that range for this young man. And it didn't work. Said he makes them both. So neither one of us worked. We'll have to let you try it next time, Dale. Macy with the ball, up by 9 as Ellinwood keeps clawing their way back in.
They get it down into single digits.
Brandon Wolf back to Rothenberger. Back to Macy. Mortimer here on the left-hand side. Back to Nichols. Back to, Wolf. High pass picked up by Macy. Crossover to Mortimer. Back to Wolf. Back to Macy. Back to Rothenberger. As they put weight in that 2-1-2 in the middle, Mortimer drives, kicks it back out to Wolf. And he's got some length in there. It causes a little havoc, getting the ball into that paint where we were very effective in the early part of the game.
Yeah, we're being very patient here, but there really are no looks inside. They're doing a nice job in that zone.
Gets it back out to Brandon Wolf. I'm surprised Kelly didn't go ahead and take that. He had a decent look. Rothenberger up and good. Nice job by Rothenberger off the glass and good. As nice work of the clock right there. We run a lot of time. Schwartz with the ball. Back to Waite. Waite will drive it in. And gets it back out to Monday. Monday with the ball. He picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Martinez. Martinez guarded by Macy, and there's going to be a foul, and that's going to send Martinez to the and drives all the way in. He'll get fouled going in. Nice job by Gavin Rothenberger. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm a little surprised they came out of their zone on that possession. I don't know if they think that time is getting a little short because we were having a hard time really penetrating and getting very good looks against their zone.
Rothenberger to shoot 2 here. Shot is up and good by Gavin. Fisher checks in for Ellinwood. Second shot coming. Shot is up and it's good. Makes them both. Nice shot by Gavin. Minneapolis picks up some press here. Vink with the ball, back to Waite, back to Fisher. Fisher guarded by Rothenberger. Now goes over to Waite down low as he's in the paint. Nice spin move. Shot is up and good. Wow, that guy's had a good night tonight. Ellinwood calls a timeout, 49-39. How many points has that kid got?
He now has 24.
24 of their 39 points by the senior Waite.
What a pure shot. I mean, it's pretty. Nice arch.
Yes, nice rotation on the ball. Great, just almost picture perfect form.
I can't imagine he's only averaging 13.4 points a game. I just
tell you, he likes the bigger gym. It's got to be, you know.
Well, either that or the competition they've been playing is, should we say, stiffer than what we've provided because he has looked really pure against us.
Yeah, he has looked very good.
They beat Russell by 4. They beat Maxville, lost to Larned. Lost to Spearville, beat Elsleen by 3, lost to Ellis, lost big time to St. John, which doesn't surprise him.
Ball goes back to Brandon Wolf as he breaks the press nicely. Back to Kelly. Kelly in the paint, up and good. Nice job, John Kelly. Great job of Brandon Wolf to break the press and Kelly to finish down there.
Yep, nice job both ways.
Vink down low, and we got lucky there. Ball I thought went off of David John's hands. It stays with Minneapolis. Must have been a hand in there.
Well, we were lucky twice because they had that nice little crossover at the top again and had that dump down that looked like almost a sure 2, and somehow we managed to end up with the basketball.
They get into Mortimer, and he's going to travel with turnover, 51-39, just under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Ellinwood will have the ball underneath their own basket here, the inbounds. Now this is where you got to watch a Waite on this. He's had Nobody's on him right now. You got to watch that. They do get it out there, and he's got an open three. He misses this time, as he had an open three on that.
And it was right there.
David Johns back to Macy. Macy into Kelly. Kelly. And it's a jump ball, and it'll stay with Minneapolis. So 2:39 left to go in the ball game. Up by 12, 51-39. Gets it into Macy. Macy back to Mortimer. Back to Macy. So the Lions will work the ball around. Get it back to Rothenberger. Macy. Down low to Kelly. Kelly in the paint. And he'll get fouled and go to the line. Nice job by Kelly. Kept working his body in. And he'll go to the line to shoot two here. Sharts with the foul. His third. Kelly's first free throw is up and good. Nice job, John. 52-39, 2:24 left to go in the ball game. Second shot is up, and he makes them both. Nice job by Kelly. Vink with the ball as he'll bring it down quickly. And they move the ball around, gets to Fisher, back to Martinez. Martinez back to Vink. High screen set, pulls it back. Three-point shot by Shorts, up, no good. Rebounded by Mortimer, back to Macy. Macy brings it down, gets it to Kelly, back to David Johns. Nice job of working the ball to get it back across. Just under 2 minutes left. And there's two fouls on Short. First foul he didn't get called on, so by golly, I'm going to get called on the second one. So
Wanted to make sure he got his money's worth.
15 foul. Fourth personal.
On Sharts. Ball goes into Kelly. Back to Mortimer. So that's a big task that Sharts has on Kelly. And they're back into a man defense, and there's going to be a hold on Kelly.
Kelly got his pocket picked and then pushed off trying to save the ball. He's going to put them at the line for a 1-and-1. Or a double bonus, actually.
Sharts is a junior, very physical ball player. And he'll go to the line to shoot two since they're in the double bonus. 53-39. Shot coming by Ellinwood is up, and it is good. They've been fairly decent from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, they have.
Maybe missed one or two. So
team-wise, they were shooting 60%.
Guess they missed more than that. So
a little bit better than us.
Second shot is up, and he makes them both. Ball goes into David Johns. And there will be a foul on, I believe, on Sharp. If that's on him, that'll be.
That's on Vink, I believe.
Vink, okay.
They could have called it on Sharp.
That's five. That's five on him. So Sharps just fouls out. I thought he was. Yeah. I saw a 3 and a 5 over there, and 5 wasn't on the floor. So Brandon Wolf checking in. For David Johns. 53-41 into Macy. Macy back to Brandon Wolf. Back to Macy. Back to Brandon Wolf. Gets it into Kelly. Kelly back to Wolf. Nice job by Minneapolis. 1:27 left to go as they are not coming after us. Brandon Wolf on the outside. They get it down low to Kelly. Kelly, good hustle down there. Up and good. Nice job by John Kelly. Great move to the paint on the baseline. Finishes it 55-41. And a block by Kelly, but they're going to whistle him with the foul. Kelly came down to help on Waite, and they're going to get him whistled for the foul. Second foul on Kelly. Wade at the line, looking to increase his scoring tonight, and he does. First shot is up and good. He'll have another one coming here in just a second.
Under a minute to go.
55-42, Lions with the 13-point lead. Shot is up, and it's good. He makes them both. Gets it into Macy. Full court press picked up once again. And a steal by Ellinwood. Back to Waite. Shot is up, and it's good. 7 3-pointers. Wow. Back to a 9-point ball game. Back to Rothenberger. Back to Wolf as he breaks the press. Brandon pulls it back out, gets it back to Macy. 31 seconds, 9-point ball game. Back to Brandon Wolf. 27 seconds left. Now this is where they come out with the big guy on Kelly, and he will go to the line. 55-46. Wow. That Waite kid has had a phenomenal night. 7 3-pointers, if I'm thinking right.
Yeah. So.
Kelly at the line for a 1-on-1. Shot is up, and it's good. Nice job by John Kelly. He makes the first one. Lane Nichols getting ready to check in.
I can't remember how many 3-pointers Grayson George hit in the game, but
Checking in from Minneapolis.
I remember 9 by Ryan Whelan one night, 8 by Logan Whelan another night. So it's been a while since we've seen that many threes go in. By anybody.
Second one is up, and he makes them both. Nice job by the big guy, Kelly. 57-46, and Vink crosses the timeline, and they get it back to Waite. Waite will drive. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Macy, and that will end it. 5 seconds left. Macy will walk it down. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions tonight. 57-46. They come away with the victory against the Ellinwood Eagles to advance. Nice job by the Minneapolis Lions. Great performance by Mark Waite. We will have stats when we come back. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be back in just a second.
Lions.
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight against the Ellinwood Eagles here tonight. Nice job by the Lions to come away with the victory.
The Lions increased their record to 6-4 now. We've tied at score at 13 after one quarter. We outscored them 16-8 in the second, 16-13 in the third, and they was tied at 12 apiece in the fourth. So the second quarter really is what won the game for us. They were pretty close all the rest of the way. Probably mostly on the shooting of Mark Waite. But we'll hear Dale's official stats for that.
Okay, final stats for the game. The Lions were led in scoring by John Kelly with 19. Gavin Rothenberger had 16. Brandon Wolf with 6. Josh Macy with 3. David Johns with 3. And Jace McKinney with 2. And I guess overlooked Gage Mortimer, who finished the game with 8. Ellinwood, of course, was led in scoring by Mark Waite. Finished the game with 29 on 7 3-pointers. Caleb Schartz finished the game with 6. Nathan Monday with 6. Tate Fisher had finished with 3. Tyson Martinez and Gavin Vink each finished the game with 1 point each. Free throws, the Lions were 5 for 5 in the second half to finish the game 6 for 8. Ellinwood was 10 out of 14 in the second half to finish the game 10 out of 14 as they did not attempt a free throw in the opening quarter. Both teams pulled down 9 rebounds in the second half. The Lions finished the game with 23 compared to Ellinwood's 15. Turnovers, the Lions definitely were a little more careless with the ball in that second half. We had 9 turnovers in the second half for a total of 10. Ellinwood only had 4 turnovers in the second half to finish the game with 9.
How many rebounds did Kelly and Rothenberger have?
Kelly ended the game with 10 rebounds, Rothenberger with 5.
So Kelly has a double-double tonight.
Yes, Kelly with a double-double. If they'd have kept going inside, he may have had a triple-double because he was pretty well rejecting everything that came inside. But very strong ball game by John on both ends of the floor.
Probably one of his best scoring nights in a while.
This year for sure, yeah.
And Rothenberger with a great night as well. Looking at that, nice job by Gavin. Gavin had a really nice night. Just a very nice performance by the Lions tonight. So.
Yeah, John's previous high, according to your guys' records here, was 10.
Yeah.
I think that was probably John's most complete game. Part of that was due to the fact that he was never in real foul trouble. A lot of the previous games, he's spent a little time on the pine because of foul trouble. But my take, I guess, on the game is how patient we were at moving the ball, because almost all of our points came from inside or, free throws because of going inside. And I thought we handled I thought Ellinwood did a nice job with their press there in the second half. They never really turned us over a lot, but I thought at the same time that we handled it fairly well.
Good game overall.
But the other thing you got to take out of this game is what a shooting performance by Mark Waite. Just a really nice, pure shooter.
What was his total again, point-wise?
29 for 29. The game. On 7 3-pointers, and he had a couple more that could have gone. And again, you'd almost like to take a video of his shot and take home to your kids and say, this is how the shot should look when it takes off, because very pure form, just a really nice shooter.
So, as I said, the Lions move on to 6-4, and as number 3 seed winner here, they will play Friday night at 8:15, the late game, versus the winner of number 2 seed Victoria and number 7 seed Boisington to play at 8:15 tonight. So we'll be back again Friday for the boys. We'll have to see if the girls win tonight to join them on Friday.
I was very, you talked about it as well, and I'll just mention as well, I was very impressed with their patience. I love the fact that they worked the ball around to find that open shot, and then was able to, at different times, kick it back out for an open 3. But I really like the inside play today.
Oh, yeah.
Very impressed with that.
Yeah, easily, 90-95% of our offense was in the paint.
And it's not like because they're a small team. They've got a 6'3" guy, 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
It's just that we were patient in how we passed the ball and moved the ball around, and Kelly and Rothenberger and Mortimer really fought hard down there, working off the glass.
And that's the key. That's one of the things I tell my junior high kids. At the post position, you got to do your work early. You got to have that position established before that ball comes back to you when the ball's been away from you, and I thought all of our guys did a really nice job of that.
You want to go? So we're joined by Coach Hutchins, and Coach, congrats on a nice win, your first win here in Hoisington, Cardinal Winter Jam. So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
We were just talking before you walked up. One of the things that Coach H and I were talking about that impressed us the most was our patience with the offense and getting the ball down low. And what a nice job tonight with Gavin and Kelly and Mortimer, all those guys down in the low block. Did a really nice job.
Yeah, early on, they kind of came out in that soft man, and we didn't really execute very well at all. We didn't run our stuff, and it probably was a telling sign when we came out in practice yesterday, pretty similar. That was a little frustrating, but, as the game went along, we did a better job of executing, and we haven't shot the ball great from outside at all this year, but our posts have done a good job all year, and that was the biggest thing that I took away from that Beloit game the other night. You sit down and you watch the film a few times, and you kind of see some things that are going on, and our posts did an excellent job against some really good posts from Beloit, and late in the game, our guards just didn't do a great job of getting it to them, and so today we needed to do that, and not as great as we'd like to be. I mean, it was just a little sloppy as a whole from the focus standpoint, but, better to be on the winner side of the bracket. So,
well, everything you threw at Waite he had an answer for. My gosh, talk about we had him down for 29 points, and wow, and it's not like we didn't play deep. Well, there was a couple times we had let him have open shots, but for the most part, you had a hand in his face most of the night.
Yeah, well, he was obviously on the scouting report. I mean, he's kind of the motor that makes their offense go, but he hasn't shot the ball fantastic from the perimeter this year. So initially the plan was just to know where he was at, recognize him on the floor, and as soon as he catches, close out quickly. But yeah, the way he shot the ball early on, we kind of had to hug him, and even then he was knocking some down. But like I said, sometimes there's not a lot you can do about that, but you got to control the things you can with the execution and the focus, which it's got to be better for full quarters.
Yeah, we commented on that coming in, according to the stat sheet, he was like 6 of 26 from 3, and at one time I think we had him 5 for 5, and he ended the game with 7, probably about 7 of 9, and the other 2 were not very far off, and about 3 of those, Gage was definitely basically in his uniform, and it still went in, but what a nice shooting form he has, picture perfect.
Yep, he was feeling it. We knew he had a good shot. I mean, the mid-range game has been pretty solid for him all year, and he's a very good free throw shooter. So I mean, that tells you that he definitely doesn't have anything broke mechanically. But yeah, we haven't seen the outside success that he showed us tonight. But I'm glad we were able to survive that.
At one point, we saw a couple things with Josh Macy with some great hands in the air on the defensive side. Got his hands up, his paws up, and just deflected some passes, which kind of created some offense for us. And then late in the game, John Kelly had some nice blocks. So even though we did kind of let down a little bit in the fourth quarter with some things on the that they threw at us from the press standpoint. Overall, I felt like the boys did a very good job. Kelly and Macy with the defensive right there, but all the boys fighting hard tonight.
Yep, they picked up the intensity a little bit, and sometimes when you're playing a 4:45 game in an empty gym, that can kind of lead to a little letdown as far as the intensity and the focus, and so we'll attribute some of that to him and give him a little bit of a mulligan from that standpoint. But the practices leading into it kind of signified the same thing, and so these next couple of days we've really got to pick up the intensity and get after it if we're going to be ready on Friday.
Again, I would just comment on the patience, and just before you came in, I was just telling Scott, what a nice job I thought our post did at what I call doing the work early. When the ball was away from them on the weak side, they were getting themselves in great position to receive the pass when the ball came back around, and I think that attributed to a lot of our success at getting the ball inside.
Yep. We talk about that. We talk about how our posts are good enough that in most circumstances as a guard, when you look in on the wing and they've got pretty good position, but you can't get it to them, you can probably reverse it, and when it comes back around in a couple seconds, that position's going to be there. And so they did do a good job with that for the most part tonight.
Yeah. Well, Coach, congrats with the win. We'll let you get back to your team, but thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good luck on Friday night. You had the late game that night.
Yep.
So it'll be a late night Friday night.
Yeah,
so.
a little more closer to our normal routine, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Coach. Thank you very much for coming up. So as Minneapolis comes away with victory tonight here, we will go ahead and take a break and get ready. If you're listening online, don't forget you'll have to log off and log back on. Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight against the Ellinwood Eagles by a score of 57-46. We'll take a break, and once again, if you're listening on the air, just log off and log back on. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice, the Minneapolis Lions. We'll be right back.